Hey guys, just want to do a video about battery capacity and what I'm running off mine, and just some general information. You're looking at 8 Concord Sun Extender batteries. Those are the 3050Ts. 610 amp hours total, wired up series parallel. 24 volt system. Good little battery bank. I've only had one outage, and I had it before I got these. Had a transformer blowout here and took out power for the entire neighborhood. Just took it out, It was about 8 o'clock at night, and when I went to bed, about 11, and woke up next morning about 6, this was back down to about 80%. So, and that was before I had any of these timers, and the way these timers are set up, they run, 45 minutes on, an hour and a half off when I flip that timer switch, right? So grid's up, they stay on. Grid goes down, I go ahead and I'll flip those switches and let them go through their cycle. That's on the fridge freezer here, this guy. It's also on the chest freezer here and the fridge freezer in the garage. I have basically lighting, kids' bedrooms, the bathrooms. Keep in mind this house was built in the early 70s, so I got some stuff piled on top of other things. Like, for example, these garage lights here. This is actually tied into the main entertainment system. In the living room. It's just the way they wired the house. So to get the garage lights, I had to bring that over too. So hey, off grid, my kids can play Xbox. Yeah, I don't think so. That's about 650, 700 watts right there alone. That thing is a pig. So I basically have it for, like I said, refrigeration and lighting. How long can I go? Well, like I said, when the transformer blew, from 9 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was down to 80%, and by 7:38, I was down to about 75, 78, somewhere around there, and then the sun was coming up, sun was out already, but it was starting to hit those panels pretty good, and that was with 4 panels, 940 watts a panel, so it wasn't this 1400 I have now, and it started, just ramping up, that charge controller was just shoving everything it could into them. It was basically doing what it is now. It was bulking them up, and just putting everything it could in it to get it up to absorb, which is 28.4, and I think it was around noon, 11 o'clock noon, when it actually hit 28.4. It went to an absorption state. So it did charge these batteries. It got them up and going. And by power, I think power came up around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I was back up to close to 90%. I want to say it was 90%. So had I left it alone, I think that thing would have came real close to charging these batteries back up all the way. And that's what you want. And like I said, that wasn't even with 1400 watts of solar. But I was lucky. It was clear, sunny days. It was hot, but it was clear, sunny days. When you're sizing out your system, they say look at days of autonomy. Now there's calculations of that and whatnot. I haven't tested in a lot of detail or extensive testing with this system as it is. I've gone 24 hours, and I think I brought mine down with timers down to about 90%. I haven't gone over that time frame. I'm kind of waiting for a time when the wife and kids, take off, go see some family members, and leave me here for a couple of days. I may just do that. I may just let it run, and just let it, let it go and see what happens. And see. My guess is they would probably last 2 to 4 days. With no sun, 2 to 4 days probably at the max. And but what I do is I shut stuff off. I'll go here and I know a lot of these new devices that they're not off, they're just in standby. I'll go flip the 6 plugs on them and I'll shut them down. So I'll just turn off the surge protector and be done with that. That'll kill that phantom load right there. But that's pretty much about it, guys. Oh, actually, one more thing. Actually, 2 more things. One, know your loads. If you don't have a kilowatt hour meter and you're looking at this stuff, you need to get up on Amazon and get a couple of these things. I think they're like $10, $20. They're not that expensive. And they tell you a lot of information. I mean, you got, your amperage, your wattage, your frequency, voltage. This here is, how much power have I taken, kilowatt hours, and how much time. I actually just reset this a little while ago. But this is the main tool to look at. I look at, the amperage and that, and that wattage there. So it tells you a lot, because there are formulas to convert this over to DC as well. So 1 amp of AC may be like 4 amps of DC. I actually have the formula, but I don't have it handy. I got it written down somewhere. But you need to keep that in mind when you're sizing out your system. And that noise is coming from him. He's cooling himself off. Let's see if we can go here, there. Yeah, I can hear that. He's working good today. But yeah, know what your house, what your loads are. What are you going to pull out, of your what are you going to pull out to run on your critical loads panel, like I said, you can't run your big AC, so I don't recommend that, just lighting and refrigeration. I got a couple rooms in there, all the bedrooms have ceiling fans. The kitchen lights, the ceiling fan for that area is tied to that circuit as well. So, we got all your fans for the hot summer, But other than that, like I said, know your loads, make your house as efficient as possible, and keep in mind it's cheaper to conserve the power than it is to build for it. These things are not cheap. So that's about it. Got any questions, let me know. Drop a comment. Take care.